Okay, we prepared the waistband. We finished understitching. That's the waistline. We trimmed the seam. This is our inner part of the waistband. So we serged the lower end, which is going to be later when we finish it. It's going to be this inner part that is going to be then sewn in the ditch. So the seam that is serged extends, and it also makes it flatter. That's why we're not turning it into the inside. So now we have all this prepared. So this is the outside of the waistband. So this is our shorter side, which goes with this side. So we're going to turn this inside now, and we're going to line up the waistband with the garment and the lining, of course. Just let me get a... See, we put the pin right through the seam so we can get a nice line up. Again, when we finished, oh, that's off. I guess the lining is a little bit shifted in there. There. Okay, now the first part of the waistband extends by a ½ inch over the zipper part. So we're going to line this up. Now when we sew this, we have to keep this edge in mind, and we have to, when we sew a ½ inch, because we have to remember that this whole measurement, we want to keep it nice and even. So also because this is a bias cut, we have to ease it in a little. If it's stretched from pressing, you know, you just kind of thumb it and ease it back in. And we're going to do this all the way across, and we do the other side. See, work that in. Keep this in mind when you sew the ½ inch. And over here, now there is a notch which goes with the back center, so we can mark that. And then again, we're going to work this in. You have to work this in. And then we'll go back over to the other side seam, and we'll line that up, and you know, ease that back in. Then over here on this side, this time see, remember this notch? This is where the zipper is, see? And then in here, this too extends by ½ inch. So then we're going to pin this in place. And the rest, you got a lot of movement in here. So you have to, you see, what you do is just sort of squeeze it down like that. And just take the fullness and just bring it back in there. You just have to work your way over until it participates. See, you just kind of push your thumb down on it. See, little by little, you just get rid of it. That's the thing about bias, it's flexible. So you have to do the same thing. See, if this is too much, we can still move it over now because we got enough room. Just make sure when you sew it when we sew this now, that you keep this edge in mind as far as sewing a 1/2 inch. So we're pinning it now to the pants, and the challenge is that you're putting a curved bias seam into a straight seam, so you have to kind of ease it in there. And then you're going to use it like this, back stitch and sew a 1/2 inch. You know, try to really keep that 1/2 inch, so when we open this up later, that we have the proper, you know, that you don't distort the width of the waistband. Okay, you finish that up, and